Gabe he has been working his butt off. If you talk to Gabe, and he's been in every single day for months. He comes in at 8 in the morning and he shoots. He lives with Josh, and Josh is in there taking all the credit for Gabe now, okay? And I said, well, Josh, how come for the last 2 months you weren't taking any credit, you know? But he, man, he did a good job, and he even did a better job defensively. That's where he's been struggling. But I think, too, the game plan that the assistants came up with was really good. You know, we knew they were going to really sag in. When you penetrate into that lane, they just, and we worked hard on 2-foot stops, on kicking the ball out. And Gabe had some ready shoot, inside out threes, which are the best kind. He can shoot the ball. And I thought he did a phenomenal job. And Aaron just keeps getting better. His shot is getting better. You know, it's fun to watch guys get better at the end of the year, that's for sure.
That 8-0 start, especially for Henry, seemed like really boosted his confidence.
I think for all of us, you know, as you guys know, we haven't been the best starting team in captivity. You know, we've kind of had some slow starts. And I told him, you know, it's hard to do that in these kind of tournaments, you know, because everybody, the pressure, excuse me, and it starts mounting and this and that. And I just thought they were ready to play, but I thought they took a game plan, and that cutout and rebounding. And I mean, my girl, Kara, who is my social media girl, because I won't touch the stuff, so I had to hire somebody. But, you know, I said there early in the week, we got to get some signs, and I want them in a locker room, I want them in their rooms, I want them in the hotels, I want them in the eating areas. And it was the cutout and rebound, cutout and rebound, cutout and rebound. And normally my teams are pretty good at that. We're not quite as good this year, but the cutout and rebounding, the turnovers, and the getting to the lane and kickouts were 3 things that we wanted to do. Very seldom do you do all 3 things, and today we did all 3 things.
When LSU got it to 4, you said that you were going to call timeout, but then you decided not to because you said, I'm going to trust my guys. Why did you decide to do that?
You know, it's weird because if you remember a couple years ago against Middle Tennessee, they started out, I think, 14-0 or something, and I didn't call one, and I probably still look at that, but I felt like this game was going to go down to the end, which it didn't. And I didn't feel like we were panicking. I just didn't think we did a good enough job of taking care of the ball in that stretch. We had 2 turnovers for layups, and then we had a couple of poor offensive, they got some good offensive rebounds. And so I said even my mom was probably calling saying timeout, you know, call timeout. I know Dick Vitale probably was, but I did trust Cassius. You know, Cassius is kind of a cool cookie to have out there. And I just looked in his eyes and there was no panic. And then all of a sudden, boy, we got that running game going and we scored 8 points real quick. And then I just sigh of relief.
Is there a chance that Nick misses Sunday?
I have no idea. You know, the good news is it's not broke. They've already x-rayed it. It's not in the same spot, but it's on the same hand. I didn't see what happened, to be honest with you. He says he's
stuff like that. You know, it's hard seeing, you know, your brother go down like that. I think everything worked out okay. I think he's okay now, but just seeing him, you know, it's tough.
What goes into a big game for a guy like Gabe who, you know, maybe like LSU, does that kind of entail that they might overlook him or something like that?
Maybe a little bit, just because, I mean, they don't know how talented he is. He hasn't played a lot. He hasn't done a lot. So it's probably, they don't have much film on him, so that maybe helped us out a little bit in a way. But we know what he's capable of. We practice with him every day. I think the first time when he caught the ball and the guy was in the paint, I was like, I'm looking at him like, whoa. He shot it. I knew he was going to knock it down, too. So just, we knew what he's capable of. He knows what he's capable of. It's fun that way.
I don't know if anybody's brought it up yet, but you passed Mateen today for most assists in a season for MSU and the Big Ten. Just what does that kind of mean?
That's amazing. Just to be up there, you know what I'm saying, in the list of the greats. You know, he's one of the greats, and just to be up there, mention with him, that's an honor in itself.
Cash, I'm sure you've talked about it already, but the opportunity to play in the Elite 8 game, it's the first one in your career, just overall excitement of you and this team at this point.
Oh man, just extremely excited just to have this opportunity, especially after maybe the slumps we've been in, I guess, just to finally get back to this point to do some big things, just an opportunity. And like I said, we've been taking advantage of opportunities all year, so we're going to be looking excited for this.
Was Marcus dancing for you when you hit those shots, you know? No, I didn't get to see him, but when we came in the locker room, he was here. He was cheering for me, happy for me, dancing with me, like always.
You gonna watch the tape on that?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the tape on that. Yeah, I have to. I have to. Just be prepared at every moment. Always be consistent with your shot. Like we always say, practice called like leave it hanging, just leave your follow through. So that's what we call it. He said just do that and just be calm out there and you'll be ready.
How much does the confidence grow for you as you go 1 and then 2 and then 3 and 4?
It gets really big out there. For me as a freshman, so-called freshman, it was really big for me because I didn't have games where I didn't play or games where I didn't score the ball or things like that. So it was big.
You ever had that many open shots in a game? Like in high school, guys knew you could shoot. You ever had that many open looks?
In high school, yeah. I mean, yeah, I had open looks in high school. But I didn't have them as open as today.
Any part of you want to play Duke on Sunday?
Just taking it one game at a time right now. Just one game at a time.
How special is it to get to Elite Eight?
It's very special for a freshman and for my team. It's very special to get to Elite Eight. For the first year, we done made history.
Yeah, I missed a couple late, but it should help for Sunday.
How tough is it with a team like that just kind of doesn't, just when you think you're kind of putting them away, they don't really seem to go away at all?
I mean, at halftime, none of us thought we were in the clear. We all said they're going to make their run, but teams have made their run against us all year, and through our depth and maturity, we just always kind of just fizzled it out.
What's that say about the confidence that coaches are asking you guys not to call a timeout in that situation when they cut it to 4?
That's huge. You know, that's usually when every coach calls a timeout. And for him to let us play, and obviously it paid off. Just shows how much he really trusts the veterans on the team and just how well we can control the game.
Out rebounded LSU tonight by almost 10. Is that more of just you guys executing, or was LSU kind of missing something?
You know, I thought we did a really good job. They came at us a lot in the second half, but I think still we put an emphasis on it and stuck to the scouting report real well.
Do you feel like you kind of
33 points before you got on the scoreboard? What would you have said?
I'd have give you a little look, but man, they put in a lot of time and effort, and you know, I feel like that was kind of a testimony to it. You know, they played their butts off today on the offensive end and defensive end too. You know, they were rebounding.
Is Gabe like that when he hits one? Sometimes he can hit 3.
Yeah, you know, he can definitely get going. You know, he's came in a great shooter, so you know, he just needs to keep shooting the ball.
What went through your mind when you saw Nick go down like that?
I mean, that's always scary, you know. First thing I thought of was when Kyle went down, you know, just kind of like, oh no, oh crap. And I saw him get up, and you know, he didn't look too disappointed, but you know, that's always scary when you see that at first.
They cut that big lead down to 4 early in the second half before you guys regrouped. What were you thinking at that point?
We knew that, you know, coach at halftime told us they were going to make a run. You know, basketball's a game of runs, and it was how we were going to bounce back and respond to that was how the game was going to go, and I feel like we responded pretty good.
Is this the best you've ever seen Aaron Henry play? All the way around?
Yeah, I mean, he played unbelievable.
He almost had career highs in every area.
Yeah, he was rebounding, scoring, passing, you know, he did it all, and, you know, good job, Aaron.
What about Sunday?
Man, I can't wait. Elite Eight, first one, first time for everything, can't wait.
You're 1 win away from being in the club. Every guy except for 2 who played for his own state 4 years have gone to a Final Four. What does that mean to you?
All I'm worried about is the game right now, so when that comes, I'll answer that.